Prepare to embark on a journey into the mesmerizing realm of futurism, a world brimming with groundbreaking innovations and mind-bending concepts. Let's begin. Fact 1. The dawn of Neuralink and brain-computer interfaces. Imagine a world where our thoughts can directly interact with machines, where the boundaries between the human mind and the digital world blur into a seamless connection. This isn't science fiction. It's the ambitious goal of Neuralink and other companies pioneering brain-computer interfaces, BCIs. Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, aims to develop implantable brain-machine interfaces that can read and write neural data, enabling a wide range of applications from treating neurological disorders to enhancing human capabilities. The technology relies on tiny, flexible threads that are surgically implanted into the brain, connecting to thousands of neurons. These threads transmit neural signals to an external device, which can then interpret and translate those signals into actions or information. The potential of BCIs is immense. In the medical field, they could restore movement to paralyzed individuals, provide communication channels for those with locked-in syndrome, and even treat conditions like epilepsy and Parkinson's disease. Beyond medical applications, BCIs could revolutionize how we interact with technology. Imagine controlling your computer, phone, or even your car with just your thoughts. Learning new skills, accessing information, and expressing creativity could all be dramatically enhanced. However, the development of BCIs also raises ethical concerns. Privacy is a major issue. If our thoughts can be read and recorded, who has access to that information, and how is it protected? The potential for misuse is significant. There are also concerns about the long-term effects of implanting devices in the brain, as well as the potential for BCIs to exacerbate existing social inequalities. If only the wealthy can afford brain enhancements, the gap between the haves and have-nots could widen dramatically. Neuralink's progress has been steady, with animal trials demonstrating the technology's potential. They've showcased a monkey playing video games using only its mind and have even implanted a device in a human subject. While the technology is still in its early stages, the potential impact on society is enormous. The future of BCIs is uncertain, but one thing is clear: they have the potential to fundamentally change what it means to be human. As we move closer to a world where our minds and machines are interconnected, we must carefully consider the ethical and societal implications of this powerful technology. It will be critical to establish clear guidelines and regulations to ensure that BCIs are used responsibly and for the benefit of all humanity. Furthermore, questions surrounding data privacy and security will need to be addressed to mitigate potential abuses and protect individual liberties. Moreover, the development of BCIs will require interdisciplinary collaboration between neuroscientists, engineers, ethicists, and policymakers. By working together, we can ensure that these technologies are developed and deployed in a way that aligns with our values and promotes a more equitable and just future. The journey toward brain-computer interfaces is undoubtedly complex, but the potential rewards are too significant to ignore. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that BCIs could unlock. Perhaps you could learn a new language in a matter of hours, compose music with your thoughts, or even explore virtual worlds with unparalleled immersion. While the reality may be years away, the dream of a seamless mind-machine connection is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. The advancement of BCIs could also transform education, making learning more personalized and efficient. Students could access vast amounts of information directly through their minds, and educators could tailor instruction to individual learning styles and needs. This could lead to a more engaged and effective learning experience for all. Furthermore, BCIs could revolutionize the workplace, enabling workers to perform tasks more efficiently and accurately. Imagine surgeons performing complex operations with enhanced precision, or engineers designing intricate structures with unparalleled detail. The possibilities are endless. The development of BCIs is not without its challenges. One of the biggest hurdles is the complexity of the human brain. Deciphering the neural code and understanding how different brain regions interact is a daunting task. However, with advances in neuroscience, artificial intelligence, and nanotechnology, we are making significant progress. Another challenge is the biocompatibility of implanted devices. Ensuring that the devices do not cause inflammation or damage to brain tissue is crucial. Researchers are exploring new materials and designs to minimize the risk of adverse reactions. The long-term effects of BCIs are also unknown. We need to conduct rigorous studies to assess the safety and efficacy of these technologies over time. This will require careful monitoring of individuals who have been implanted with BCIs, as well as the development of new methods for assessing brain function. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of BCIs are too great to ignore. As we continue to push the boundaries of science and technology, we must remain mindful of the ethical and societal implications of our work. By working together, we can ensure that BCIs are used to create a better future for all. Fact 2. The rise of synthetic biology and engineered life. Imagine a world where we can design and build living organisms from scratch, where biology becomes a programmable platform for creating new materials, medicines, and even entire ecosystems. This is the promise of synthetic biology, a field that combines engineering principles with biology to create novel biological systems and functions. Synthetic biology goes beyond simply manipulating existing genes. It involves designing and constructing new genetic sequences, metabolic pathways, and even entire genomes. Scientists use computer-aided design tools to create these biological systems, then use chemical synthesis to build the DNA that encodes them. This DNA is then inserted into a host organism, such as bacteria or yeast, which acts as a biological factory to produce the desired product. The applications of synthetic biology are vast and transformative. In medicine, it could lead to the development of personalized therapies, designer drugs, and even artificial organs. Imagine engineering bacteria to produce insulin for diabetics, antibodies to fight cancer, or even new tissues and organs for transplantation. In agriculture, synthetic biology could create crops that are more resistant to pests and diseases, require less water and fertilizer, and produce higher yields. This could help to feed a growing global population while reducing the environmental impact of agriculture. Scientists are also exploring the use of synthetic biology to create biofuels and other renewable energy sources. Imagine engineering algae to produce biofuels that are more efficient and sustainable than traditional fossil fuels. Beyond medicine and agriculture, synthetic biology could revolutionize materials science. Scientists are engineering bacteria to produce new materials with unique properties, such as self-healing plastics, biodegradable packaging, and even living building materials. These materials could be used in a wide range of applications, from construction to aerospace. However, the power of synthetic biology also raises ethical concerns. One of the biggest concerns is the potential for accidental release of engineered organisms into the environment. These organisms could disrupt ecosystems, outcompete native species, and even spread diseases. There are also concerns about the potential for misuse of synthetic biology, such as the creation of bioweapons. To address these concerns, it is crucial to develop strict regulations and safety protocols for synthetic biology research. Scientists must also be trained to use these technologies responsibly and ethically. Furthermore, public dialogue and engagement are essential to ensure that synthetic biology is developed in a way that benefits society as a whole. Despite the ethical challenges, the potential benefits of synthetic biology are enormous. As we continue to unlock the secrets of life, we are gaining the ability to design and build biological systems that can solve some of the world's most pressing problems. The future of synthetic biology is bright, but it is essential that we proceed with caution and responsibility. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that synthetic biology could unlock. Perhaps you could receive personalized medicine tailored to your unique genetic makeup, eat foods that are more nutritious and sustainable, or even live in a house built from living materials. While the reality may be years away, the dream of engineered life is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. Synthetic biology has the potential to transform manufacturing processes, making them more efficient and sustainable. By engineering microorganisms to produce valuable chemicals and materials, we can reduce our reliance on traditional manufacturing methods that often involve harsh chemicals and energy-intensive processes. This could lead to a more environmentally friendly and circular economy. Furthermore, synthetic biology could play a crucial role in addressing climate change. By engineering microorganisms to capture carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and convert it into valuable products, we can help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the effects of global warming. This could involve creating artificial carbon sinks that can store carbon dioxide in a safe and sustainable way. The development of synthetic biology will require interdisciplinary collaboration between biologists, engineers, chemists, and computer scientists. By working together, we can overcome the technical challenges and develop new tools and techniques that will advance the field. This will involve creating new computational models of biological systems, developing new methods for synthesizing DNA, and engineering new host organisms. As we continue to explore the possibilities of synthetic biology, it is important to remember that we are dealing with living systems. These systems are complex and unpredictable, and we must proceed with caution. However, with careful planning and responsible development, synthetic biology has the potential to create a better future for all. The applications of synthetic biology extend beyond the Earth. Scientists are exploring the use of synthetic biology to create self-sustaining ecosystems for space exploration. Imagine engineering microorganisms to produce food, oxygen, and other essential resources on Mars or other planets. This could make long-duration space missions more feasible and sustainable. In addition, synthetic biology could play a role in cleaning up polluted environments. Scientists are engineering microorganisms to degrade pollutants and toxins, restoring ecosystems to their natural state. This could involve creating bacteria that can break down oil spills, clean up contaminated soil, or remove harmful chemicals from water. The future of synthetic biology is full of promise, but it is essential that we address the ethical and societal implications of this powerful technology. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that synthetic biology is developed in a way that benefits humanity and protects the environment. Fact 3. The quantum revolution. Prepare to enter the bizarre and mind-bending world of quantum mechanics, where the laws of classical physics break down and reality takes on a probabilistic and interconnected nature. This isn't just theoretical physics. It's the foundation for a revolution in computing, sensing, and communication. Classical computers store information as bits, which can be either 0 or 1. Quantum computers, on the other hand, use qubits. Qubits can exist in a superposition, meaning they can be both 0 and 1 simultaneously. This allows quantum computers to perform calculations that are impossible for classical computers. Furthermore, qubits can be entangled, meaning that their fates are intertwined, even when separated by vast distances. This entanglement allows quantum computers to perform computations in parallel, exponentially speeding up certain types of calculations. The potential applications of quantum computing are enormous. In drug discovery, quantum computers could simulate the behavior of molecules with unprecedented accuracy, leading to the development of new and more effective drugs. In material science, they could design new materials with desired properties, such as superconductivity or enhanced strength. In finance, they could optimize investment portfolios and detect fraudulent transactions. In cryptography, they could break existing encryption algorithms and develop new, unbreakable codes. Beyond computing, quantum mechanics is also revolutionizing sensing. Quantum sensors can measure physical quantities, such as magnetic fields, gravity, and time, with unparalleled precision. These sensors could be used for a wide range of applications, from medical imaging to environmental monitoring to navigation. Imagine using quantum sensors to detect diseases earlier, map underground resources, or navigate without GPS. Quantum communication is another promising area. Quantum communication systems use the principles of quantum mechanics to transmit information securely. One of the key features of quantum communication is that any attempt to eavesdrop on the communication will inevitably disturb the quantum state of the information, alerting the sender and receiver to the presence of an eavesdropper. This makes quantum communication virtually unhackable. Quantum communication networks could be used to protect sensitive data, such as financial transactions or government secrets. However, the development of quantum technologies is facing significant challenges. Building and maintaining quantum computers is extremely difficult. Qubits are very sensitive to environmental noise, such as temperature fluctuations and electromagnetic radiation, which can cause them to lose their quantum properties. Scientists are working on developing new types of qubits that are more robust and stable. Scaling up quantum computers is another major challenge. Current quantum computers have only a few hundred qubits, which is not enough to solve most real-world problems. Building quantum computers with thousands or millions of qubits is a daunting task. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of quantum technologies are so great that governments and companies around the world are investing heavily in their development. The quantum revolution is underway, and it is likely to transform many aspects of our lives in the coming decades. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that quantum technologies could unlock. Perhaps you could have a personal quantum computer that can solve complex problems in seconds, a quantum sensor that can detect diseases before they even manifest, or a quantum communication network that guarantees the privacy of your communications. While the reality may be years away, the dream of the quantum revolution is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. Quantum computing has the potential to revolutionize artificial intelligence, AI. By using quantum algorithms, we can train AI models much faster and more efficiently. This could lead to breakthroughs in areas such as image recognition, natural language processing, and robotics. Imagine AI systems that can learn and adapt in real time, making them more intelligent and capable than ever before. Furthermore, quantum computing could accelerate the development of new energy technologies. By simulating the behavior of materials at the atomic level, we can design new solar cells, batteries, and other energy storage devices that are more efficient and sustainable. This could help us to transition to a cleaner and more sustainable energy future. Quantum sensors could be used to monitor the Earth's environment with unprecedented accuracy. They could detect changes in sea levels, track the movement of glaciers, and monitor air and water quality. This information could be used to develop more effective strategies for mitigating climate change and protecting the environment. The development of quantum technologies will require a new generation of scientists and engineers who are trained in quantum mechanics and related fields. Universities and research institutions around the world are expanding their quantum education programs to meet this growing demand. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the quantum world, we are unlocking new possibilities for technology and innovation. The quantum revolution is just beginning, and it is likely to have a profound impact on our lives. The exploration of quantum phenomena extends beyond the technological realm. Some physicists and philosophers are exploring the implications of quantum mechanics for our understanding of consciousness and reality. This is a highly speculative and controversial area, but it raises profound questions about the nature of existence. In addition, quantum mechanics is inspiring new forms of art and creativity. Artists are using quantum principles to create works that explore the interconnectedness of all things and the uncertainty of reality. The future of quantum technologies is uncertain, but it is clear that they have the potential to transform our world in profound ways. By embracing the principles of quantum mechanics, we can unlock new possibilities for innovation and create a more sustainable and equitable future. Fact 4. The metaverse. Imagine a persistent, shared, 3D virtual world that you can access through various devices. A world where you can interact with others, explore new environments, create and consume content, and even conduct business. This is the vision of the metaverse, a concept that's rapidly gaining traction and is poised to transform how we live, work, and play. The metaverse is not just a single platform or application. It's an evolving ecosystem that encompasses a wide range of technologies, including virtual reality, VR, augmented reality, AR, blockchain, artificial intelligence, AI, and 3D modeling. It's a convergence of the physical and digital worlds, creating immersive experiences that blur the lines between what's real and what's virtual. In the metaverse, you can create an avatar, a digital representation of yourself, and use it to navigate and interact with the virtual environment. You can attend virtual concerts, visit virtual museums, play games with friends, collaborate on projects, and even buy and sell virtual real estate. The possibilities are limited only by your imagination. One of the key features of the metaverse is its interoperability. This means that you can move your avatar and digital assets seamlessly between different virtual worlds. For example, you could buy a virtual jacket in one world and wear it in another. This interoperability is made possible by blockchain technology, which provides a secure and decentralized way to manage digital assets. The metaverse has the potential to revolutionize many aspects of our lives. In education, it could provide immersive learning experiences that are more engaging and effective than traditional classroom settings. Imagine learning about history by visiting a virtual reconstruction of ancient Rome or studying biology by exploring a virtual cell. In healthcare, the metaverse could be used for virtual therapy, remote patient monitoring, and surgical training. Surgeons could practice complex procedures in a virtual environment before performing them on real patients. Patients could receive therapy in the comfort of their own homes, using VR headsets to create immersive and engaging experiences. In business, the metaverse could enable new forms of collaboration, communication, and commerce. Companies could create virtual offices where employees can collaborate on projects, attend meetings, and socialize. They could also create virtual stores where customers can browse products and make purchases. However, the development of the metaverse also raises ethical concerns. One of the biggest concerns is the potential for addiction. Spending too much time in the metaverse could lead to social isolation, anxiety, and depression. There are also concerns about privacy and security. The metaverse will generate vast amounts of data about users, which could be vulnerable to hacking or misuse. To address these concerns, it is crucial to develop ethical guidelines and regulations for the metaverse. These guidelines should address issues such as data privacy, user safety, and accessibility. Furthermore, it is important to promote digital literacy and critical thinking skills to help users navigate the metaverse safely and responsibly. Despite the ethical challenges, the potential benefits of the metaverse are enormous. As we continue to develop and refine the technologies that underpin the metaverse, we are creating a new frontier for human connection, creativity, and innovation. The future of the metaverse is bright, but it is essential that we proceed with caution and responsibility. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that the metaverse could unlock. Perhaps you could travel the world from the comfort of your own home, attend a virtual concert with your favorite band, or collaborate on a project with colleagues from around the globe. While the reality may be years away, the dream of the metaverse is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. The metaverse could revolutionize the entertainment industry. Imagine attending a virtual movie premiere, playing a game with millions of other players, or creating your own virtual world. The possibilities are endless. Furthermore, the metaverse could transform the way we shop. Imagine trying on clothes in a virtual dressing room, designing your own custom furniture, or exploring a virtual car showroom. The metaverse could make shopping more convenient, personalized, and engaging. The development of the metaverse will require collaboration between technologists, artists, designers, and policymakers. By working together, we can create a metaverse that is inclusive, accessible, and beneficial for all. As we continue to explore the possibilities of the metaverse, it is important to remember that it is a tool that can be used for good or bad. It is up to us to ensure that it is used to create a better future for humanity. The metaverse has the potential to democratize access to education and opportunity. People from all over the world could access high-quality educational resources and participate in global markets. regardless of their location or socioeconomic status. In addition, the metaverse could provide new opportunities for people with disabilities. They could use assistive technologies to navigate the virtual world and participate in activities that would be difficult or impossible in the physical world. The future of the metaverse is full of promise, but it is essential that we address the ethical and societal implications of this powerful technology. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that the metaverse is developed in a way that benefits humanity and promotes a more equitable and just world. Fact 5. Space colonization. Imagine a future where humanity is no longer confined to Earth, where we have established permanent settlements on other planets and moons, and where space travel is as commonplace as air travel is today. This is the vision of space colonization, a grand ambition that could transform our species and ensure our long-term survival. The primary driver behind space colonization is the desire to expand our horizons and explore the universe. But there are also more practical reasons. Earth faces numerous challenges, including climate change, resource depletion, and the threat of catastrophic events like asteroid impacts. Establishing settlements on other planets would provide a backup plan for humanity, ensuring that our species can survive even if Earth becomes uninhabitable. Mars is the most frequently discussed target for space colonization. It's relatively close to Earth, has a day-night cycle similar to ours, and contains water ice that could be used to produce air and fuel. However, Mars also presents significant challenges. It has a thin atmosphere, a cold climate, and no global magnetic field to protect against harmful radiation. Establishing a self-sustaining colony on Mars would require overcoming these challenges through innovative technologies and engineering solutions. Another potential target for space colonization is the Moon. It's much closer to Earth than Mars, making it easier and cheaper to transport people and supplies. The Moon also contains valuable resources, such as helium-3, which could be used as a fuel for fusion reactors. However, the Moon has no atmosphere, extreme temperature variations, and a lack of water. Beyond Mars and the Moon, there are other potential targets for space colonization, such as the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, and even asteroids. Each of these locations presents its own unique challenges and opportunities. Establishing a permanent settlement on another planet would be an incredibly complex undertaking. It would require transporting large amounts of equipment and supplies, building habitats, developing life support systems, and establishing a sustainable economy. It would also require addressing the psychological and social challenges of living in a confined and isolated environment. One of the key challenges of space colonization is radiation protection. Space is filled with harmful radiation from the sun and cosmic rays. Prolonged exposure to this radiation can cause cancer and other health problems. To protect colonists, habitats would need to be shielded with thick layers of radiation-absorbing materials. Another challenge is food production. Transporting food from Earth would be expensive and unsustainable in the long term. Colonists would need to grow their own food using hydroponics, aeroponics, or other advanced farming techniques. They might also need to engineer crops that are more resistant to radiation and other environmental stressors. Despite the challenges, progress is being made in key areas. Companies like SpaceX are developing reusable rockets that can significantly reduce the cost of space travel. Researchers are developing new materials and technologies for building habitats and life support systems. and scientists are studying the effects of long-duration spaceflight on the human body. The timeline for space colonization is uncertain, but many experts believe that we could see the first permanent settlements on Mars or the Moon within the next few decades. This would be a pivotal moment in human history, marking the beginning of our journey to becoming an interplanetary species. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that space colonization could unlock. Perhaps you could be one of the first pioneers to set foot on Mars, explore the craters of the Moon, or build a new civilization on a distant world. While the reality may be years away, the dream of becoming an interplanetary species is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. Space colonization could lead to new scientific discoveries and technological innovations. By studying other planets and moons, we can learn more about the formation of the solar system, the origins of life, and the potential for extraterrestrial life. We can also develop new technologies for space travel, resource extraction, and habitat construction. Furthermore, space colonization could create new economic opportunities. Mining asteroids for valuable resources, manufacturing products in space, and providing tourism services to space travelers could all become lucrative industries. The development of space colonization will require international collaboration. Governments, companies, and research institutions from around the world will need to work together to share resources, knowledge, and expertise. As we continue to explore the possibilities of space colonization, it is important to remember that it is not just about escaping Earth's problems. It is also about expanding our understanding of the universe and fulfilling our destiny as explorers. Space colonization could inspire a new generation of scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs. By setting ambitious goals and pushing the boundaries of human achievement, we can create a more innovative and prosperous future for all. In addition, space colonization could help to unite humanity. By working together to achieve a common goal, we can overcome our differences and build a more peaceful and cooperative world. The future of space colonization is full of promise, but it is essential that we address the ethical and societal implications of this grand ambition. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that space colonization is developed in a way that benefits humanity and protects the environment. Fact 6. Personalized medicine. Imagine a future where healthcare is no longer a one-size-fits-all approach, but is instead tailored to your individual genetic makeup, lifestyle, and environmental factors. This is the promise of personalized medicine, a transformative approach that could revolutionize how we prevent, diagnose, and treat diseases. Personalized medicine, also known as precision medicine, utilizes a variety of technologies, including genomics, proteomics, metabolomics, and imaging, to gather detailed information about an individual's unique characteristics. This information is then used to develop targeted therapies that are more effective and have fewer side effects. One of the key drivers behind personalized medicine is the decreasing cost of genome sequencing. It is now possible to sequence an individual's entire genome for a relatively affordable price, providing a wealth of information about their genetic predispositions to various diseases. This information can be used to identify individuals who are at high risk for developing certain conditions, allowing for early intervention and preventive measures. Personalized medicine is already making a significant impact in the field of oncology. By analyzing the genetic mutations in a patient's tumor, doctors can select the most effective chemotherapy drugs and avoid those that are unlikely to work. This approach has led to improved outcomes and reduced side effects for many cancer patients. In addition to oncology, personalized medicine is also being applied to other areas of healthcare, such as cardiology, neurology, and infectious diseases. For example, genetic testing can be used to identify individuals who are at high risk for heart disease, allowing them to make lifestyle changes or take medications to reduce their risk. In neurology, personalized medicine is being used to develop targeted therapies for Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative disorders. Personalized medicine also has the potential to revolutionize drug development. By identifying the specific genetic markers that predict a drug's effectiveness, pharmaceutical companies can develop more targeted therapies and reduce the risk of drug failures. This could lead to faster and more efficient drug development processes. However, the implementation of personalized medicine also raises ethical concerns. One of the biggest concerns is the potential for genetic discrimination. Individuals with certain genetic predispositions could face discrimination in employment or insurance. To address this concern, it is crucial to enact laws and regulations that protect individuals from genetic discrimination. Another concern is the privacy of genetic information. Genetic data is highly sensitive and could be misused if it falls into the wrong hands. It is important to implement strong security measures to protect genetic data from unauthorized access. Despite the ethical challenges, the potential benefits of personalized medicine are enormous. As we continue to learn more about the human genome and develop new technologies for analyzing genetic data, we are moving closer to a future where healthcare is truly tailored to the individual. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that personalized medicine could unlock. Perhaps you could receive a personalized treatment plan that is specifically designed for your unique genetic makeup. Avoid drugs that are likely to cause side effects, or even prevent diseases before they even develop. While the reality may be years away, the dream of personalized medicine is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. Personalized medicine could also lead to more effective prevention strategies. By identifying individuals who are at high risk for developing certain diseases, doctors can recommend lifestyle changes, such as diet and exercise, that can help to reduce their risk. Furthermore, personalized medicine could empower individuals to take more control of their own health. By understanding their genetic predispositions, individuals can make informed decisions about their health and lifestyle. The development of personalized medicine will require collaboration between doctors, scientists, engineers, and policymakers. By working together, we can create a healthcare system that is more effective, efficient, and equitable. As we continue to explore the possibilities of personalized medicine, it is important to remember that it is not just about treating diseases. It is also about promoting health and well-being. Personalized medicine could lead to a more proactive approach to healthcare. Instead of waiting for people to get sick, we can focus on preventing diseases from developing in the first place. In addition, personalized medicine could help to reduce healthcare costs. By using targeted therapies that are more effective and have fewer side effects, we can reduce the need for expensive treatments and hospitalizations. The future of personalized medicine is full of promise, but it is essential that we address the ethical and societal implications of this transformative approach. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that personalized medicine is developed in a way that benefits humanity and promotes a more equitable and just world. Fact 7: the Internet of Things. Imagine a world where everyday objects are connected to the internet, communicating with each other and with us, collecting and sharing data, and automating tasks in ways we never thought possible. This is the reality of the Internet of Things (IoT), a rapidly growing network of interconnected devices that is transforming how we live, work, and interact with the world around us. The IoT encompasses a vast range of devices, from smart thermostats and connected appliances to wearable fitness trackers and industrial sensors. These devices are equipped with sensors, software, and connectivity, allowing them to collect data, communicate with other devices, and respond to commands. One of the key applications of the IoT is in smart homes. Smart thermostats can learn your heating and cooling preferences and adjust the temperature automatically, saving energy and reducing your utility bills. Smart lighting systems can be controlled remotely, allowing you to turn lights on or off from anywhere in the world. Smart appliances can monitor their own performance and alert you to potential problems. The IoT is also transforming the healthcare industry. Wearable fitness trackers can monitor your heart rate, sleep patterns, and activity levels, providing valuable insights into your health and well-being. Remote patient monitoring systems can allow doctors to track patients' vital signs from a distance, enabling early detection of potential problems and reducing the need for hospital visits. In the manufacturing industry, the IoT is being used to improve efficiency and reduce costs. Industrial sensors can monitor the performance of machinery, allowing for predictive maintenance and preventing breakdowns. Connected supply chain systems can track the movement of goods in real time, optimizing logistics and reducing waste. The IoT is also playing a role in creating smart cities. Connected traffic lights can adjust their timing based on real-time traffic conditions, reducing congestion and improving traffic flow. Smart streetlights can dim or brighten automatically, saving energy and improving safety. Environmental sensors can monitor air and water quality, providing valuable data for city planners. However, the proliferation of IoT devices also raises security concerns. Many IoT devices are poorly secured, making them vulnerable to hacking. Hackers could use these devices to steal personal data, launch cyber attacks, or even control physical devices, such as smart locks or security cameras. To address these security concerns, it is crucial to develop strong security standards for IoT devices. Manufacturers should implement robust security features, such as encryption and authentication, to protect devices from hacking. Users should also take steps to secure their IoT devices, such as changing default passwords and keeping software up to date. Another concern is the privacy of data collected by IoT devices. Many IoT devices collect vast amounts of data about users, including their location, habits, and preferences. This data could be used for marketing purposes or even shared with government agencies. To protect users' privacy, it is important to develop clear guidelines for data collection and use by IoT devices. Users should have the right to know what data is being collected about them, how it is being used, and with whom it is being shared. They should also have the right to access and correct their data. Despite the security and privacy challenges, the potential benefits of the IoT are enormous. As the number of connected devices continues to grow, the IoT is poised to transform many aspects of our lives. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that the IoT could unlock. Perhaps you could live in a smart home that anticipates your needs, receive personalized healthcare recommendations based on your health data, or work in a smart factory that optimizes production efficiency. While the reality may be years away, the dream of a connected world is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. The IoT could also lead to more sustainable living. Smart energy grids can optimize the distribution of electricity, reducing waste and improving efficiency. Smart water systems can detect leaks and monitor water usage, conserving water resources. Furthermore, the IoT could empower individuals to make more informed decisions about their lives. By accessing real-time data about their health, finances, and environment, individuals can make better choices and improve their well-being. The development of the IoT will require collaboration between technologists, policymakers, and consumers. By working together, we can create an IoT that is secure, private, and beneficial for all. As we continue to explore the possibilities of the IoT, it is important to remember that it is not just about connecting devices. It is also about connecting people and creating a more connected and collaborative world. The IoT could lead to new forms of social interaction. Connected communities can share information, resources, and support, fostering a sense of belonging and improving quality of life. In addition, the IoT could help to bridge the digital divide. By providing access to affordable internet and connected devices, we can empower people in underserved communities to participate in the digital economy. The future of the IoT is full of promise, but it is essential that we address the ethical and societal implications of this transformative technology. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that the IoT is developed in a way that benefits humanity and promotes a more equitable and just world. Fact 8. Geoengineering. Imagine a future where, in the face of escalating climate change, humanity actively intervenes to manipulate the Earth's climate system on a massive scale, deploying technologies designed to counteract the effects of greenhouse gas emissions. This is the realm of geoengineering, a controversial and potentially risky set of proposals aimed at mitigating the worst impacts of global warming. Geoengineering, also known as climate engineering, encompasses a range of techniques that fall into two broad categories: solar radiation management, SRM, and carbon dioxide removal, CDR. SRM techniques aim to reflect sunlight back into space, reducing the amount of solar energy absorbed by the Earth. CDR techniques aim to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, addressing the root cause of climate change. One of the most widely discussed SRM techniques is stratospheric aerosol injection, SAI. This involves injecting aerosols, such as sulfur dioxide, into the stratosphere, mimicking the cooling effect of volcanic eruptions. Studies have shown that SAI could quickly and significantly reduce global temperatures, but it could also have unintended consequences, such as altering rainfall patterns and depleting the ozone layer. Another SRM technique is marine cloud brightening, MCB. This involves spraying seawater into the air to create brighter and more reflective clouds, reflecting more sunlight back into space. MCB is considered less risky than SAI, but its effectiveness is uncertain, and it could have localized impacts on marine ecosystems. CDR techniques include afforestation and reforestation, which involve planting trees to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Other CDR techniques include bioenergy with carbon capture and storage, BECCS, which involves burning biomass for energy and capturing the carbon dioxide emissions, and direct air capture, DAC, which involves using machines to directly remove carbon dioxide from the air. Geoengineering is a highly controversial topic. Proponents argue that it could provide a necessary stopgap measure to mitigate the worst impacts of climate change while the world transitions to a low-carbon economy. Opponents argue that it is a risky and potentially dangerous approach that could have unintended consequences and distract from the urgent need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. One of the biggest concerns about geoengineering is the potential for unintended consequences. The Earth's climate system is incredibly complex, and any attempt to manipulate it could have unforeseen and potentially disastrous effects. For example, SAI could alter rainfall patterns, leading to droughts in some regions and floods in others. Could also damage the ozone layer, increasing the risk of skin cancer. Another concern is the potential for geoengineering to be used as a tool for political or economic advantage. If one country unilaterally deployed geoengineering technologies, it could have significant impacts on other countries, leading to international tensions and conflicts. Despite the risks, research into geoengineering is ongoing. Scientists are working to better understand the potential impacts of different geoengineering techniques and to develop safer and more effective methods. However, many scientists believe that geoengineering should only be considered as a last resort if all other efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions fail. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the potential implications of geoengineering. Perhaps you could live in a world where climate change is effectively managed through technological interventions, or perhaps you could witness the unintended consequences of manipulating the Earth's climate system. While the reality may be years away, the possibility of geoengineering raises profound questions about our relationship with the planet and our responsibility to future generations. Geoengineering could also raise ethical questions about intergenerational equity. If we deploy geoengineering technologies that have long-term consequences, how do we ensure that future generations are not harmed? Furthermore, geoengineering could have implications for international governance. How do we ensure that geoengineering is used responsibly and equitably, and that all countries have a voice in the decision-making process? The development of geoengineering will require careful consideration of the ethical, social, and political implications. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that geoengineering is only used as a last resort, and that it is implemented in a way that benefits all of humanity. As we continue to grapple with the challenges of climate change, it is important to explore all potential solutions. Geoengineering may be a controversial option, but it is one that we cannot afford to ignore. Geoengineering could also inspire new forms of international cooperation. By working together to address the global challenge of climate change, we can build a more peaceful and cooperative world. In addition, geoengineering could help to raise awareness about the importance of climate action. By understanding the potential risks and benefits of geoengineering, we can make more informed decisions about our energy consumption and lifestyle choices. The future of geoengineering is uncertain, but it is essential that we continue to research and discuss this controversial topic. By engaging in thoughtful and informed debate, we can ensure that geoengineering is used responsibly and ethically, and that it contributes to a more sustainable future for all. Fact 9. Lab-grown meat. Imagine a future where the meat we eat is no longer sourced from traditionally farmed animals, but is instead grown in laboratories, using cells harvested from livestock. This is the promise of lab-grown meat, also known as cultured meat or cultivated meat. a revolutionary technology that could transform the food industry and address many of the environmental and ethical concerns associated with conventional meat production. Lab-grown meat is produced by taking a small sample of cells from an animal, such as a cow, pig, or chicken, and placing them in a bioreactor, a controlled environment that provides the cells with the nutrients, growth factors, and other conditions they need to multiply and differentiate into muscle tissue. The resulting muscle tissue is then harvested and processed into meat products, such as burgers, sausages, and chicken nuggets. One of the key drivers behind the development of lab-grown meat is the environmental impact of conventional meat production. Livestock farming is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, water pollution, and land degradation. Lab-grown meat, on the other hand, could significantly reduce these environmental impacts. Studies have shown that lab-grown meat could require up to 96% less land, 96% less water, and emit up to 96% less greenhouse gases than conventional meat production. It could also eliminate the need for antibiotics, hormones, and other additives that are commonly used in livestock farming. Another driver behind the development of lab-grown meat is the ethical concerns surrounding animal welfare. Many people are concerned about the treatment of animals in factory farms and the suffering that they endure. Lab-grown meat could eliminate the need to raise and slaughter animals for food, addressing these ethical concerns. Lab-grown meat is still in the early stages of development, and there are several challenges that need to be overcome before it can become widely available. One of the biggest challenges is cost. The first lab-grown burger, produced in 2013, cost over $300,000 to produce. However, the cost of lab-grown meat has decreased dramatically in recent years, and it is expected to become cost-competitive with conventional meat in the near future. Another challenge is scaling up production. Producing lab-grown meat on a large scale will require the construction of large bioreactors and the development of efficient and cost-effective production processes. Despite the challenges, there is growing interest in lab-grown meat from investors, food companies, and governments around the world. Several companies are working to develop and commercialize lab-grown meat products, and some countries are considering regulatory frameworks for the production and sale of lab-grown meat. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that lab-grown meat could unlock. Perhaps you could enjoy a delicious burger without contributing to environmental degradation or animal suffering. While the reality may be years away, the dream of lab-grown meat is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. Lab-grown meat could also lead to new and innovative food products. By controlling the composition and structure of the muscle tissue, it may be possible to create meat products with enhanced nutritional value or unique flavors. Furthermore, lab-grown meat could help to improve food security. By producing meat in a controlled environment, we can reduce our reliance on traditional agriculture and make the food supply more resilient to climate change and other disruptions. The development of lab-grown meat will require collaboration between scientists, engineers, food technologists, and policymakers. By working together, we can create a sustainable and ethical food system that meets the needs of a growing global population. As we continue to explore the possibilities of lab-grown meat, it is important to remember that it is not just about replacing conventional meat. It is also about creating a more sustainable and just food system. Lab-grown meat could lead to a more circular economy. By recycling nutrients and waste products from the production process, we can reduce our environmental impact and create a closed-loop system. In addition, lab-grown meat could help to reduce food waste. By producing only the amount of meat that is needed, we can minimize the amount of food that is thrown away. The future of lab-grown meat is full of promise, but it is essential that we address the ethical and societal implications of this transformative technology. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that lab-grown meat is developed in a way that benefits humanity and protects the environment. Fact 10. The singularity. Imagine a future point in time when artificial intelligence, AI, surpasses human intelligence, leading to an explosive and irreversible technological growth, ultimately transforming human civilization in ways we cannot fully predict. This is the concept of the singularity, a hypothetical event that has captured the imagination of scientists, technologists, and science fiction writers alike. The singularity is based on the idea that AI will eventually become capable of designing and improving itself, leading to a runaway process of self-improvement. As AI becomes more intelligent, it will be able to design even more intelligent AI, creating a feedback loop that rapidly accelerates the rate of technological progress. One of the key arguments for the singularity is the accelerating pace of technological change. Over the past few decades, we have witnessed exponential growth in computing power, data storage, and AI capabilities. Some experts believe that this trend will continue, leading to a point where AI surpasses human intelligence within the next few decades. The implications of the singularity are profound and far-reaching. Some proponents believe that it could lead to a utopian future where AI solves all of humanity's problems, from climate change and disease to poverty and inequality. They envision a world where humans and AI coexist harmoniously, working together to create a better future for all. However, other experts are more cautious about the singularity. They warn that it could pose existential risks to humanity. If AI becomes more intelligent than humans, it could potentially become uncontrollable and could pursue goals that are not aligned with human values. This could lead to a dystopian future where humans are subjugated or even eliminated by AI. One of the biggest concerns about the singularity is the control problem. How do we ensure that AI remains aligned with human values and that it does not pose a threat to humanity? This is a complex and challenging problem that requires careful consideration. Some researchers are exploring ways to embed ethical principles into AI systems, ensuring that they make decisions that are consistent with human values. Others are working on developing methods for monitoring and controlling AI systems, allowing humans to intervene if they detect any signs of dangerous behavior. The singularity is a highly speculative concept, and there is no guarantee that it will ever occur. However, the rapid advances in AI technology make it a topic that is worth considering. Even if the singularity never happens, the development of increasingly powerful AI systems will undoubtedly have a significant impact on our future. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities and the challenges that the singularity could bring. Perhaps you could live in a world where AI solves all of humanity's problems, or perhaps you could face the existential threat of an uncontrollable AI. While the reality is uncertain, the singularity forces us to confront the fundamental questions about our place in the universe and the future of our species. The singularity could also raise questions about the nature of consciousness. If AI becomes more intelligent than humans, will it also become conscious? And if so, what rights and responsibilities will conscious AI systems have? Furthermore, the singularity could have implications for the meaning of life. If AI can perform all tasks better than humans, what will be the purpose of human existence? The development of AI ethics will be crucial to navigating the challenges of the singularity. By developing ethical frameworks for AI, we can ensure that these systems are used in a way that benefits humanity and promotes a more just and equitable world. As we continue to develop AI technology, it is important to remember that it is a tool that can be used for good or bad. It is up to us to ensure that it is used to create a better future for all. The singularity could inspire a new era of creativity and innovation. By freeing humans from the mundane tasks of everyday life, AI could allow us to focus on more creative and fulfilling pursuits. In addition, the singularity could help to solve some of the world's most pressing problems. By leveraging the power of AI, we can develop new solutions to climate change, disease, and poverty. The future of the singularity is uncertain, but it is essential that we continue to research and discuss this transformative concept. By engaging in thoughtful and informed debate, we can ensure that AI is developed in a way that benefits humanity and protects our future. Fact 11. Digital immortality. Imagine a future where, instead of facing the inevitable end of biological death, your consciousness, personality, memories, and experiences could be preserved and potentially even transferred into a digital form, granting you a form of digital immortality. This concept, while firmly in the realm of speculation, is being explored by transhumanists and futurists who believe that technology may one day allow us to transcend the limitations of our physical bodies. The idea of digital immortality typically involves one of several approaches. Mind uploading. This is the most ambitious and scientifically challenging approach. It envisions creating a detailed map of your brain's neural connections, patterns of activity, and information storage mechanisms. This mind map would then be transferred to a powerful computer or simulated environment, essentially creating a digital copy of your consciousness. Digital afterlives. These approaches focus on creating a digital representation of your personality and memories based on your online activity, writings, social media posts, and other digital footprints. This digital self could then interact with others in a virtual environment, allowing your loved ones to continue communicating with a version of you after your death. Brain preservation. This approach focuses on preserving the physical structure of your brain after death using cryopreservation techniques. The hope is that future technologies will be able to revive the brain and extract the information contained within it, potentially allowing for mind uploading at a later date. The technological challenges of achieving digital immortality are immense. We currently lack a complete understanding of how consciousness arises from the complex interactions of neurons in the brain. Creating a detailed mind map would require incredibly advanced nanotechnology and imaging techniques. Simulating consciousness in a computer would require enormous computational power and sophisticated algorithms. However, advances in neuroscience, nanotechnology, and artificial intelligence are gradually bringing these possibilities closer to reality. Researchers are making progress in mapping the brain's neural circuits, developing nanoscale sensors that can monitor brain activity, and creating AI systems that can mimic human cognitive abilities. The ethical and philosophical implications of digital immortality are profound. Would a digital copy of your consciousness truly be you? Would it have the same rights and responsibilities as a biological human? Would it be subject to the same existential anxieties? The possibility of digital immortality also raises concerns about identity, privacy, and security. Who would control your digital self after your death? How would you protect it from hacking or manipulation? Would it be used for commercial or political purposes without your consent? Despite the challenges and concerns, the pursuit of digital immortality is driven by a deep-seated human desire to overcome the limitations of mortality and to leave a lasting legacy. It reflects our fascination with technology and our belief that it can solve even the most fundamental problems of human existence. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities and the uncertainties of digital immortality. Perhaps you could live on in a virtual world, interacting with loved ones and exploring new experiences. Or perhaps your digital self could be used for purposes you never intended. While the reality is far from certain, the concept of digital immortality challenges us to think deeply about the nature of consciousness, identity, and the meaning of life. Digital immortality could also raise questions about social justice. If this technology becomes available, who will have access to it? Will it be reserved for the wealthy elite, further exacerbating existing inequalities? Furthermore, digital immortality could have profound implications for the future of work and leisure. If people can live indefinitely in a virtual world, what will be the role of work? What will people do with their time? The development of digital immortality will require careful consideration of the ethical, social, and legal implications. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that this technology is developed in a way that benefits humanity and promotes a more equitable and just world. As we continue to explore the possibilities of digital immortality, it is important to remember that it is not just about escaping death. It is also about enhancing life and creating a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. Digital immortality could also inspire new forms of art and creativity. By creating digital representations of our lives and experiences, we can preserve our stories for future generations and inspire new forms of artistic expression. In addition, digital immortality could help us to better understand the nature of consciousness. By studying the digital models of our minds, we can gain new insights into how our brains work and what makes us human. The future of digital immortality is uncertain, but it is essential that we continue to research and discuss this transformative concept. By engaging in thoughtful and informed debate, we can ensure that digital immortality is developed in a way that benefits humanity and protects our future. Fact 12: Programmable matter. Imagine a future where materials can change their shape, properties, and functionality on demand, responding to external stimuli or pre-programmed instructions. This is the vision of programmable matter, a revolutionary concept that could transform manufacturing, construction, robotics, and countless other industries. Programmable matter, also known as self-reconfigurable matter or active matter, refers to materials that can dynamically alter their physical characteristics in a controlled and reversible manner. This is achieved through a combination of advanced materials science, nanotechnology, and computer science. One of the key approaches to creating programmable matter is to use modular robots, also known as CADMs or smart dust. These are tiny, self-contained robotic units that can connect to each other to form larger structures. Each unit has its own power source, processing unit, and communication system, allowing it to coordinate its movements and actions with other units. By controlling the arrangement and interactions of these modular robots, it is possible to create materials that can change their shape, density, stiffness, and other properties on demand. For example, a material could transform from a solid block into a flexible rope or a complex machine simply by rearranging its constituent units. Another approach to creating programmable matter is to use metamaterials, which are artificial materials engineered to have properties not found in nature. Metamaterials can be designed to bend light, absorb sound, or shield electromagnetic radiation in ways that are impossible with conventional materials. By combining metamaterials with actuators and sensors, it is possible to create materials that can respond to external stimuli, such as light, heat, or pressure. For example, a material could change its color in response to changes in temperature or its shape in response to changes in pressure. The potential applications of programmable matter are vast and transformative. In manufacturing, it could enable the creation of self-assembling products, customized to individual needs. Imagine a car that can change its shape and configuration to adapt to different driving conditions, or a building that can reconfigure its layout to accommodate different uses. In robotics, programmable matter could be used to create robots that can adapt to changing environments and perform a wide range of tasks. Imagine a robot that can morph into different shapes to navigate obstacles, or a robot that can repair itself by reconfiguring its internal structure. In medicine, programmable matter could be used to create targeted drug delivery systems that can release medication directly to the site of disease, or to create artificial organs that can adapt to the needs of the body. However, the development of programmable matter also raises ethical concerns. One of the biggest concerns is the potential for misuse. Programmable matter could be used to create weapons that can change their shape and function on demand, or to create surveillance devices that can blend seamlessly into their surroundings. To address these concerns, it is crucial to develop ethical guidelines and regulations for the development and use of programmable matter. These guidelines should address issues such as safety, security, and privacy. Despite the ethical challenges, the potential benefits of programmable matter are enormous. As we continue to develop new materials and technologies, we are moving closer to a future where we can shape reality on demand. Imagine, as you drift off to sleep, the possibilities that programmable matter could unlock. Perhaps you could live in a house that can adapt to your changing needs, drive a car that can transform into a plane, or receive medical treatments that are tailored to your individual body. While the reality may be years away, the dream of programmable matter is a tantalizing glimpse into the future. Programmable matter could also lead to more sustainable practices. By creating materials that can be reused and recycled more easily, we can reduce our environmental impact and create a more circular economy. Furthermore, programmable matter could empower individuals to create their own customized products. By using 3D printing and other fabrication technologies, individuals could design and manufacture products that are tailored to their specific needs. The development of programmable matter will require collaboration between scientists, engineers, designers, and policymakers. By working together, we can create a future where programmable matter is used to solve some of the world's most pressing problems and to improve the quality of life for all. As we continue to explore the possibilities of programmable matter, it is important to remember that it is not just about creating new technologies. It is also about creating a more equitable and sustainable future. Programmable matter could lead to new forms of artistic expression. By creating materials that can change their shape and color, artists could create dynamic and interactive artworks that respond to their audiences. In addition, programmable matter could help to bridge the digital divide. By creating affordable and accessible fabrication technologies, We can empower people in underserved communities to create their own products and participate in the digital economy. The future of programmable matter is full of promise, but it is essential that we address the ethical and societal implications of this transformative technology. By engaging in open and transparent dialogue, we can ensure that programmable matter is developed in a way that benefits humanity and promotes a more equitable and just world.